there!
I remember you. You're the geographer who was studying spirit climb changes.
That's right. And I think that hypothesis I told you about just might be correct. They say the soldiers that came from the flying ships broke through a wall in the sky to get here. Think about that. A wall that surrounds our entire world. That kind of power could easily affect spirit climbs.
The schism.
The schism? Ooh, I like that name. Okay, let's refer to this wall as the schism. The next problem is, where did the schism come from? The questions never end. But that's why I love science.
Yeah.
This is where your mother lived, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're back?
Hey, Isla. I got your letter. So... Mom's dead. You already buried her?
That's right. I'm so sorry. When I got here, she had already departed.
Mom. Why did you do this?
I'm sorry.
I'm okay. There's actually a part of me that's kind of relieved now. Gonna scold me for that?
A human life is a heavy thing. If you were carrying your mother's burden for her, it's only natural that you'd feel that way.
Never thought you'd be the one to console me. All right, enough of this. Isla, how did she really die?
What? If you mean the cause of death, it was a sudden paroxysm of...
You don't think it was the poison? Because my mother knew that you were mixing it into her food.
What?
Remember how she'd have those lucid moments? She told me about the poison in a letter.
She lied. If she knew about it, why did she eat?
Don't strain yourself. You never were a good liar.
It's you and that group of yours' fault for trapping me here.
Wait, stop.
Why did you poison Alvin's mother?
Because she was holding her back. So long as Mom was alive, Isla could never get her happy ending.
Exactly. I don't want anything more to do with Exodus. All I want to do is live a normal, happy life. I worked so hard just to be able to do that.
Did my mother suffer? Good. That's the one thing I was worried about.
You're going to let her go?
She killed your mother!
Mom knew she wasn't long for this world. She told me so in her last letter. She asked me to set Isla free after she died.
She knew? And she still...
Yep. Even though it meant she'd never return to the home she loved so much.
I don't believe you. You're just going to blackmail me again. I have to destroy all the evidence. I have to erase my former self. Or else I'll never be truly happy.
Wait! Isla, stop!
Isla!
How is she doing?
Thanks to your first aid, her injuries have healed up nicely. But...
Mommy, why are you leaving me? Please don't sell me. I promise I won't complain about being hungry. Please. Mommy!
How could this happen?
Don't worry, Isla. I'm here. I'll always be here for you, whether you get better or not.
Isla is lucky to have you.
But it's so sad.
Are you sure it's okay for us to stay here?
I don't mind. She'll be safe here. They don't know about this place, but I'm taking the gun belt with me. It's been in my family for a long time. I promised my mom I'd take it home with me.
Then I hope you find your way back home.
It's the least I can do for her. She was a great mom.
Prin, I'm glad to see you're still here.
By all rights, I shouldn't be. Not after I betrayed Rashagal to its enemy. But with the world as it is now, we're getting scores of injured patients every day. At the very least, I wanted to fulfill my obligations as a nurse.
That is truly admirable. Fortunately, conflicts between the nations of Riza Maxia are the last thing on anyone's mind now.
Yeah, especially now that Gaius is running Rashagal too.
Yes, I talked to King Gaius myself recently. He told me that Miss Nadia was dead.
So you knew.
Yes. He was kind enough to tell me personally. I was shocked that he even knew I was Lady Nadia's lowly servant.
That is most impressive.
I'm sorry, Prin. I wish we could have done more to save her.
You don't need to say that. To be honest, it was painful seeing Miss Nadia filled with such contempt. I know this may sound horrible for me to say this, but part of me is glad to know she's finally freed from her hatred, even if it's through death. I've seen her truly smile when she held Bobo. Seeing that made her usual misery all the harder to bear.
Prin.
I'm sorry. It's never easy, is it?
Mr. Eldon?
Dr. Jude! Hey, good news. You're in the clear now. Between Gillen's betrayal and the Exodus situation, no one cares about your charges anymore. When everything calms down, they may want you to come in and answer some questions, but it won't be a big deal.
But there are still wanted posters everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We haven't had time to take them down yet.
Well, that's still great news. Right, Jude?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, Doc. What happened to that tall guy who was with you before? You know, the one who knocked me down on the pier.
You mean Alvin? He's... well...
I knew that had to be Alvin.
You know him?
Not personally, but my wife and I used to be close to the woman he lived with. Her name was Mink.
Mink?
She's a real beauty. She wears glasses and always carries a book around. You don't know her?
Do you mean Pressa?
Maybe. I'm sure Mink wasn't her real name. That's why I wanted to talk to Alvin, you see. To make sure he knew her real identity.
What do you mean?
We received some intel that said she was actually a spy. One of the rats.
What's that?
They're spies from one of the Azul clans.
Exactly. Mink made friends with a lot of Rashagal nobles and military officers and pumped them for secrets. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for my appointment.
What should we do?
I don't know.
If it's something Pressa didn't want him to know, then I don't think we should tell him. I mean, if even Alvin couldn't figure it out, she must have really wanted that secret kept.
We've got an early start tomorrow. Be sure to get some rest.
Will do. But man, this constant Fenmont night is really messing up my rhythm.
Come to think of it, I had trouble adjusting to it too. The trick is to always eat meals at the same times you used to.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
And I'll be your alarm clock if you can't get up in time.
All right, but don't get mad if I bump you on the head when I want to go back to sleep. Good night.
Good night. I could use a good night's sleep too. I'm beat. I need a good night's sleep.
Tell me, Jude, do you know what the greatest challenge is for a soldier on the battlefield?
Fighting, I guess?
No. In fact, it's getting enough sleep. It's surprisingly difficult. You don't know when the enemy will attack. You don't know if you'll still be alive tomorrow. Sleeping amidst worries like that is a challenge for even the most experienced of soldiers.
So, what do you do when you're in that situation?
Take a deep breath, relax, and look all around. See that your friends and companions are there. Friends that keep watch while you rest. Friends that risk their lives in battle together. And friends that suffer from the same fears as you.
Right.
There are few things more reassuring than knowing that others share the same fears. But maybe I only feel that way because I'm a bitter, selfish old man.
That makes two of us.
It's good to know we share such an odd common ground.
I've been away for quite some time. Has anything significant happened here?
Lord Maxwell, you've returned. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Ivor around lately. Do you know where he might be?
Ivor? He must have run off somewhere without my permission again.
That's probably because of me. Sorry about that.
I see. But I don't think that's something for you to apologize for.
Indeed. It was the result of a showdown that needed to take place.
Thank you.
There's one more thing, Lord Maxwell. One of the young folk found this at the base of the Hollowmont. It's a letter addressed to someone named Al.
Al? That would be me. No one saw who might have left it?
No, there was no sign of anyone at all.
Go ahead. It sounds like it's for your eyes only.
Dear Al, I never expected that you would return to me. As someone who has endured betrayal her whole life, to have my expectations betrayed so sweetly was, for once, a great kindness. But if you're reading this letter now, it means that in choosing to live my life as Pressa, I have chosen to betray you. I am truly sorry.
Pressa.
Alvin!
Let's go.
Pressa's team was wiped out because of information I acquired by deceiving her. And yet, the last thing she said was that she was worried about me. Me. The guy who cost her everything. Somehow she knew I would go back to you all. I can't believe it.
You can stay here for as long as you need.
But come back when you're ready. We'll wait for you.
I'm going to keep at it. I'll protect all that you've given me. Goodbye, Jill. That was always my favorite name, you know.
There was a family of cows beneath the tree at the top of the hill, with one bull and 2 sows.
That's Muse's voice! I thought Muse was with Gaius! We should check inside.
No, wait. There's a human in there with her. We need to be careful.
When Billy found them, he said, "Hey, which one's the wife and which one's the mistress?"
What kind of story is this?
What are you doing?
Let's go. Where's Muse? I know she was here.
I don't know. Are you friends of hers? Did Muse leave already?
Are you okay?
You seem a little bit off, Granny.
Muse must have gone out the window.
Are you better now?
Yes, sweetheart. Thank you.
Your eyes.
I appreciate your concern, dear. Can you see us? I can sense you. I may be blind to light, but I've learned how to see other things.
I need to ask you something. I know Muse was here. What was she doing?
Before I answer, could you explain to me why you're so interested in her?
Well,
Mila is Muse's sister.
Elise.
Shh! Let's just make this easy for everyone, okay? Muse's sister?
Yes.
Very well, since it sounds like you don't mean Muse any harm. I first met her 5 years ago when my daughter and I were involved in a terrible accident. Muse happened to be there, and she saved my life. Unfortunately, my daughter was not so lucky.
She saved your life?
She told me she only did it on a whim. But even though I had survived, I had lost my will to live. My beloved daughter, who had read to me every day, was gone. But one day, I asked Muse if she would read to me instead.
And she said yes?
She did, but I could tell that she hated it at first. Just another of her whims, I suppose. No way!
I can't believe it.
She is a very kind girl, you know. And a little bit timid, but I suppose that's true of most girls her age. I'm sure you have your reasons for chasing her. I certainly won't try to stop you. But if I may, I'd ask that you please try not to hurt her.
Mila?
I understand how you feel.
Good. That's wonderful.
Why are you smiling?
I'm just relieved to hear that.
I imagine you must know lots of embarrassing stories about Alvin.
I do. In fact, embarrassing stories might be the only Alvin stories I know.
This I gotta hear.
Shall I tell you one?
One more word and you're dead to me forever.
Well now, this is a conundrum. I know. How about a bet?
Truly an Olympian's answer to everything.
Now, Alfred, you know better than that. Gambling is a long and proud Olympian tradition. It has some bad points, but it has good ones too.
Would we be betting money?
Certainly not. We can choose to bet anything we like. For example, we could bet on whether or not you can find a light leaf clover. If you can, you win, and I'll air out some of Alfred's dirty laundry.
What's a light leaf clover?
It's a clover with golden leaves that grows on the sides of roads.
Olympians consider it a good luck charm. I've heard they once grew along Rasal High Road.
Then this should be a piece of cake. You got yourself a bet, buddy.
So betting is a hallowed Olympian tradition? I'm a little intrigued myself.
Okay, let's go check out Rusal High Road.
Hey, wait a minute. It's been ages since a light leaf clover was seen on the high road, and some say they might be extinct.
Alfred, are you really going to waste my magnanimity?
This is why I hate gambling.
Is this a light leaf clover?
Yeah, that's it. Damn it, Balin told me these things were extinct.
Extinct? You thought they were extinct and let us bet anyway?
No, well, yeah, basically.
Well, all's well that ends well. It's a miracle.
We've traveled to an entirely different world, and this is what qualifies as a miracle to you?
Damn, I thought we got them all, but it looks like we missed one. You there, hand over that clover if you know what's good for you.
Huh?
Who the heck are you? We found this fair and square.
If anyone else finds a clover, we lose our bet. If you won't hand it over, we'll take it by force.
Okay.
I think that worked out really well. We'll call ourselves the...
Why would they just attack us like that? And what did they mean about a bet?
Wait a minute.
Do you know something?
Best not to talk out here. Let's go back to Balin's.
Yes! Now we get to hear an embarrassing story about Alvin.
This is why I hate gambling.
Holy, I can't believe you actually found a light leaf clover. If we'd have bet money, you'd have made a killing.
All right, make with the embarrassing stories.
Oh well, a bet's a bet.
Which one are you going to tell them?
Let's make it the one about this very clover. When Alvin was 5 years old, he wanted to do something for Aunt Leticia's, for his mother's birthday. He came up with the idea of giving her a crown made entirely out of light leaf clovers.
Sounds like that could be difficult.
Right, even back then they were quite hard to find. So little Alvin thought long and hard about what to do. After a lot of thought, he came up with the idea of painting regular clovers the color of light leaf clovers.
That's brilliant!
Is it?
He gave it to Leticia before the paint was dry, and she ended up getting it all over her hair. Alvin was even more surprised at this than Leticia was, and he started bawling his eyes out. Out of habit, he buried his face in her hair as he tried to apologize, and ended up getting paint all over his face, too. The end.
That's so cute!
That was a wonderful story.
You really loved your mother, didn't you, Alvin?
I'll get you for this, Balin.
Talking about Leticia has put me in the mood for one of her peach pies. They were absolute perfection. I'd give anything for one more bite, but unfortunately, it's not to be.
Balin, you hang on to those memories. She may never have made it back to Olympias, but at least we can keep her memory alive.
Even if you asked me to, I could never forget about her, or about you, naturally.
I'm glad I made it back.
Hello there. I've got the results of the examination data.
So the art we used at Burmia Gorge came in handy, huh?
Oh, yes. Now, after reviewing all of the data, I have determined that there is a clear link between spirit art usage and nearby spirit climb changes. As the scale of spirit art usage grows, the changes in the climb become more pronounced.
So the recent topographical changes in Burmia Gorge are due to the increased spirit art usage in Sherrilton.
That's right. I saw the same kind of data with Fenmont's expanding night climb as well. At our current usage scale, we should only see minor alterations. But if we keep developing new spirit arts, we may be facing irreversible changes to our spirit climbs.
Like the whole world going dark?
That is a remote possibility, yes.
So even if we stay inside the schism, there's a chance that Riza Maxia could end up just like Olympias.
I guess even spirit arts have their drawbacks.
It all depends on how we use them. If all we seek from spirit arts or Spyrix is to maximize convenience, then of course we'll see repercussions.
I agree.
But at least this news comes at the right time.
Yeah, if we open the schism and reshape the world, surely human awareness will be reshaped as well.
The question, of course, is in what way?
But nothing will change at all if we don't act.
You're right. For better or worse, this is the path we've chosen.
This looks delicious.
Leia's dad makes the best mabo curry anywhere.
You always did love Dad's Mabo curry, huh?
That doesn't mean I could eat it every day, though.
What do you mean?
Leia would always bring mabo curry over after a fight.
Ah, so it was an excuse to make up.
Yeah. My parents were always busy and didn't have much time to cook, so it really helped us out. And because Leia and I used to fight all the time...
You ended up having mabo curry every day. Didn't you think to bring over anything else?
Sure, but mabo curry is special because it's 2 kinds of food in one. Just like 2 good friends getting along.
So it was an edible symbol of friendship.
And it kind of worked. From then on, I did my best not to let Leia get me angry. That way, I wouldn't have to eat mabo curry every night.
Hey, that makes it sound like it was always my fault we fought.
It wasn't always your fault. I'd say around 80%.
No. You two settle down.
Enjoy some mabo curry together. That roast chicken looks amazing. Just looking at it is making me salivate.
Sorry, Mila, but you can't have any. I'm sure it's for someone's birthday.
How can you tell?
Here on the island, it's a tradition to celebrate one's birthday with our special chicken larande.
The chicken is stuffed with pilaf, which mixes with the chicken's juices, and it's just delicious.
Oh, I'm drowning in my own saliva just thinking about it.
It must be a very special dish to the people of Lorand.
Then you must have eaten this on your birthdays as well.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Not recently?
Well, lately I've been living in Fenmont. And before that, Leia would try to deliver it to me. But she tripped and dropped it for 3 years straight.
3 years straight?
What a waste.
It wasn't on purpose. It's just the more I tried to be careful not to trip, the more I ended up tripping.
That does sound like something Leia would do.
I'm really sorry. I only tried to deliver it because I wanted to see you happy.
I know. Every year you were always the person who got the most excited about my birthday.
Yeah.
For my birthday this year, I hope we can all enjoy chicken larande together.
I'll ask my dad to make it extra good.
I greatly look forward to the occasion.
As do I. It can't come soon enough.
Please, calm down. We need to deal with this rationally.
Mom, what's going on?
Jude, there's been a cave-in at the mine.
What? But I thought the mine was closed.
Not anymore. We thought we'd found a new vein, and we were just beginning to explore it.
Was there anyone trapped inside?
Well, one of our miners is trapped, and
your father.
Dr. Mathis? Jude, what should we do?
we'll save them, of course. We're rounding up people to head to the mine right now.
Wait! If you rush in there without knowing what caused the first cave-in, you could get caught in one too.
We know it's dangerous, but we owe Dr. Mathis our lives.
Which is why he wouldn't want you to waste them on a suicide mission. First, we'll go check out what happened. Don't worry. I've been through that entire mine.
Jude is right. Let us handle this.
Okay. Be careful in there.
Dad!
Jude, is that you?
You've hurt your eyes.
It's nothing. I just got some rock dust in them during the cave-in. Never mind me. He needs help.
He's unconscious. It looks like he hit his head on a rock.
Don't move him. There's internal bleeding in his brain.
Fortunately, the cave-in wasn't too big. Gnome says it won't collapse further.
Got it. Leia, head back to the clinic and get ready to receive the patient.
What about you?
I'm going to treat him using healer. It's dangerous to move him like this.
You're going to try and stop cranial bleeding with healer? If you make a mistake, you'll kill him instantly.
I know, but I have to do it.
If only I could see properly.
It's okay. This is my decision to make.
Jude.
We'll leave him in Jude's hands. Leia, get to town as soon as you can.
On my way.
All right, here we go.
The miner's condition is stabilized.
And it looks like I can see again.
I was really on pins and needles there.
The miner said to thank you for saving him. You did well, Jude.
Oh no, I didn't do anything special.
You all have things you need to do. You shouldn't be wasting any more time here.
Jeez, Doc. Don't get all sentimental or anything.
I'm afraid we'll be taking Jude with us again.
You don't need to ask my permission. He can make his own decisions now. Jude, your judgment was absolutely correct.
Dad. Take care.
He's changed, hasn't he?
He just learned to do what he should have already been doing.
You said the same thing when he first learned how to walk and talk. And you looked just as proud then as you do now.
Of course. Who wouldn't be proud to see their child grow?
How is she, Doc? My sister will be able to walk again someday, right? Right?
Calm down, Soren. To cut to the point, yes. If Marna has surgery, she'll be able to walk again.
Really? All right.
The problem is the post-surgical recovery. She will require extensive physical therapy.
Will it hurt?
Enough to make even a grown-up cry.
That's not what I heard. They said you could use some sort of machine to make her walk again.
I don't know where you heard that. No such machine exists.
Don't worry. I know you can get through it. I was hurt badly when I was a kid, too. But thanks to Dr. Mathis's physical therapy, I'm as good as new. Really? Yep. And don't I look great now? If I do say so myself.
If anything, she's got too much energy.
Leia told me how hard her physical therapy was.
Yeah, that's why she's so happy to help someone else through it.
Do you know how Leia got hurt?
Not really.
She told me it was a Spyrex explosion.
The physical therapy really was extraordinarily hard. But Leia never gave up.
You know, she told me it was you that... Never mind. That was just... girl talk.
Dr. Mathis may seem like kind of a jerk, but he's a great doctor. Believe in him and work hard.
Jude, if you're back in town, why not rest here a bit? Your mother will be thrilled.
I see. So that's what those kids from this afternoon came here for. So, what are you going to do?
Nothing. I disposed of them in the old Vikal mine. I won't ever let that tragedy happen again.
It's not your fault, Doc. After all, you saved her life.
At the old Vikal mine, huh?
You need help with anything?
It's nothing.
Is something wrong?
We haven't seen Soren all day.
He's not one to leave his sister's side. Maybe we should look for him.
Wait a minute.
Do you know where he is?
Last night he said something about the old Vikal mine.
What? That place is infested with monsters!
Are you sure that's where he went?
No, I'm not. But we can't ignore the possibility that he did. There he is.
These must be the machines Dr. Mathis was hiding. Marna will be walking in no time with this.
Wait, those are Spyrex.
Soren, get away from those!
Huh? But I need these.
I said get away! It's dangerous!
No way! I'm impressed you could anticipate that.
I just remembered my old accident. That was how I got hurt when I was a kid. I was playing with the Spyrex in the docks room when it blew up, like that one did just now.
That was how you got injured? Why did Dad have something so dangerous? Oh no. No way.
It's not my place to tell you. You'll have to ask Derek yourself.
You're the one who hid those Spyrexes in the old Vakal mine, aren't you? Why did you have them in the first place?
Because I'm not from here. I came to Riza Maxia from Olympias 20 years ago.
Derek was a passenger on the Zenithra, just like I was.
After wandering throughout this world, I decided to settle down here after I met your mother.
Then that would make me...
half Riza Maxian and half Olympian.
You must be pretty shocked, huh?
Actually, not really.
Didn't see that reaction coming.
Is a medical asperixis just a Spyrex, then?
They're similar, yet very different. Asperixis are modified to channel the mana produced by one's mana lobe. They don't kill spirits, but as you know, there's a separate price to pay.
Having to endure the physical pain.
I only learned that Spyrexes kill spirits after I came to Riza Maxia. Once I knew the truth, I could no longer use Spyrexes in good conscience.
But Dad, we found another option. If you create a Spyrite, you don't have to worry about Spyrexes killing spirits anymore.
A Spyrite? I see. If Spyrites become commonplace, the downside of Spyrexes goes away. But for that to happen, Riza Maxia and Olympias will need to find common ground and work together. That will take a great deal of time and effort. Neither the pain of physical therapy nor the effort required for mutual understanding are easy to endure. There is always a cost required of any major undertaking. That much is true, no matter which world you're from.
Yeah.
I want to try physical therapy. I don't want Soren running off and getting himself hurt because of me.
That's great! Soren, make sure to support her, okay?
I know. Don't worry. I've got this.
Leia, I'm so sorry. If I had only stored the Spyrex properly, you would never have been hurt.
It's fine, really. If I hadn't gotten hurt, I would have never gotten to know Jude.
Certainly not well enough to fill 100 pages of notes about him.
Mila!
What are you talking about?
Nothing!
Never mind. That was just girl talk.
You gotta be kidding me! I'm just charging what I gotta charge to stay in business!
Hey, things are tough for everyone. We can't afford to pay these prices.
Hey! Let's all calm down.
What? You're taking the soldier's side? I can't believe this. Stop it.
Carla!
Hey, I know you. You're close with His Highness.
What exactly is your connection to Gaius?
He just summons me here sometimes, that's all. I heard he was away, so I came to see if everything was all right.
Well, you were certainly right to be concerned.
I'm afraid so. With King Gaius and the Chimeriad gone, the domestic stability of Aljul is beginning to unravel. But I still can't believe that things have regressed this far, this quickly. It's simply pathetic.
Is it that bad?
Clearly, the weak must be tended to, constantly, or they'll disrupt everything. I guess it's too much to ask for everyone to grow strong. It's hopeless.
Hold on. Maybe they'll never know what it's like to be as strong as Gaius, but that doesn't make them hopeless.
How can you deny it? You see what's happening here. My brother Erstin sacrificed his family for these people, and this is what happens?
Wait, what?
You're Gaius' sister?
Yes, you wanted to know Gaius' real name? It's Erstin Outway. I believe that my brother forged his philosophy partly as a way to atone for what he did to me. That's why he wanted to be the king. And because of that, I thought I could forgive him. But looking at this, I don't know anymore.
If this is what his efforts amounted to, then give me my brother back!
Hey, come on. If the guard's undermanned, I can help out. I know my way around a sword.
But only official soldiers are allowed to fight.
Hey, it's obvious we're gonna need some help to get through this.
Listen, I'll talk to the other unions about the skyrocketing food prices.
But if this situation drags on, things will only get worse.
That doesn't mean you can't do anything about it.
The boy is right. Forget about what we can't do and let's focus on what we can.
Jude. I hate to say it, but I think we have to face the facts. Everything King Gaius did was for naught.
Are you sure about that?
Lady Carla, we may not be the kind of people that King Gaius would consider strong.
But that doesn't mean we can't do for ourselves the same things that he's always done for us.
I want to know that I've done everything that I can, so I can hold my head high when King Gaius returns.
Thank you, all of you. If the news of my identity spreads, it will only make trouble for King Gaius. We'll probably never see each other again, but I'm glad I was able to meet all of you. Farewell.
I suppose we should be going ourselves.
Jude, seeing you follow your own path has helped me erase any doubts I had about mine. Maybe that's the same thing Gaius felt when he first met you.
This is the site of the laboratory where you grew up, isn't it? Maybe you can remember something about your family.
I can't. I have lots of memories of Tipo, but nothing else.
Looks like this was a big fat waste of time.
Well, I certainly wouldn't say that. I love the way the wind feels here when it's blowing through my beard.
Wait, didn't Rowan's beard remind you of your father?
Hey, maybe that means your dad had a beard too. Do you remember what it was like?
He gave Elise a piggyback ride here.
That's right. I remember his beard swinging in the wind. He was really big. And he had a hat with lots of feathers and a big fluffy coat.
Are you sure that's not Zhao?
You're right. The man with the beard wasn't my father. It was Zhao. He put me up on his shoulders and told me the truth, that my mother and father had gone off somewhere very far away. He apologized over and over as he told me, but I didn't understand why. I just remember watching as his tears fell into his beard. Hey, it's okay. You can stop. I don't remember anything about my mother or father at all. I'm sorry. I thought you'd be happy if you could remember more of your past. I should have realized some memories should just stay forgotten. I'm so sorry, Elise.
Ah, there you are. Some friends of mine said they saw you down here. I've been looking for you.
What is it?
I have a message from Isla. She remembered where Elise is from. There's a place just through a cave in the Mon Highlands. Isla says the house where you were born is there.
So Isla is all better?
No. It's just something she said during her delirium. She says the same things over and over.
Then you've learned of her past.
I know she can never make amends for what she did. But do you think you can forgive her? All she can do at this point is apologize. Your forgiveness would mean a lot.
Elise, please tell Isla that I said thank you.
I certainly will.
Okay, let's go. I want to see the place where I was born.
This should be the place Jürgen told us about.
But I don't see a house anywhere.
It's been 10 years. It could easily have fallen apart by now.
Let's try looking around a little bit more.
No, this is it. This is where my house used to be.
You sure?
Elise's flowers!
These were in our garden.
So your house really was here.
It's okay. Thank you, everyone. I feel a lot better now.
Tipo, you said these were Elise's flowers?
That's what they called them. Couldn't tell you why, though.
Jude, what are these flowers really called? Are they native to this area?
They look like princessias. Normally, you don't see them in a place like this. Her parents must have planted them back when they still lived here.
And don't all flowers have some hidden meaning behind them?
Yeah. I can't really help you with these, though.
They mean priceless treasure and a long and happy life.
This may be a stretch, but these flowers may represent what your parents thought of you, Elise. At least, that's what I'd like to believe.
Mother. Father.
I'm impressed that you put that together.
You shouldn't be. After all, you were the ones who taught me what it means to be human.
Lady Drissel, how much longer until the roads are reopened? At this rate, we won't be able to stay in business much longer.
Please, everyone calm down. The guards have been shaken by all the instability. They've retreated to Fort Gondola and put it on lockdown. I've been trying to reach the military headquarters, but I haven't been able to establish contact yet.
We don't have time to wait. Our losses are already catastrophic. If we don't do something soon, Sherrilton will be doomed.
I'll do something. I promise.
If only Lord Klein were still here.
Stop bullying Drissel!
Ellie, Rowan, you're all here.
We couldn't help it over here. Perhaps we can be of some assistance.
No, this is something I need to handle myself. It's my duty as Klein's successor.
Your determination is laudable, but you are slightly mistaken.
Not you too!
I know I'm not capable enough, but I still have to try.
We know you're doing your best, milady. We do.
However, this isn't just about business anymore. With the roads shut down, there are people who are struggling merely to survive.
Then it seems our only option is to invade Fort Gondola.
But what about the golems that protect it? I thought they were invincible.
Yes. Within the right spirit climb, a golem's defense power is absolute. However,
in the wrong spirit climb, their defensive power would be diminished.
correct. And we now know of a way to change a spirit climb ourselves.
So if we use a booster like they did at Fezabel Marsh,
we stand a real chance at victory.
So if we just need a booster, why not use the same one we used at Fezabel Marsh?
I'm afraid it was swept away by the marsh flow.
What about Tipo?
Tipo is a special type. I'm afraid we couldn't use him for this.
We'll need to find a different booster.
I'm so sorry to have failed you. Wait, Mila, remember when they captured Tipo at Fort Gondola?
That's right. Noctical was conducting booster experiments right there at the fort. There should be plenty of boosters within its confinements.
And if we can get our hands on one, we can take out the golems.
So the key that we need to break into the fort is hidden within the fort itself. Oh dear. We certainly have our work cut out for us.
We'll be going there anyway. This way we kill two birds with one stone.
But I can't expose you all to danger, just for the sake of my city.
You're mistaken again. Your determination should be used precisely for that purpose.
Lady Drissel, each of us has our own role to play. For a governor, it's showing your people the right path, and taking responsibility for those who walk it.
You're right.
Now, Lady Drissel of House Cheryl, we await your order.
Very well. As the new governor, I hereby ask you to retake Fort Gondola, for the good of Sherrilton.
Yes, milady.
Leave it to us.
Why would they have guards out if the golems are functional?
No one is able to feel fully secure once fear has overtaken them. This should work to our advantage. Perhaps we can convince them to tell us where the boosters are kept.
Devious.
Do this right and we'll be done in a flash.
You won't deactivate the golems this way, you know.
Who said anything about deactivation?
We're going to destroy them.
You're kidding, right?
Jokes were never my strong suit. Would you be so kind as to tell us where the boosters are kept?
They should be in Control Room 02.
Do we know where that is?
It's a spare control room located opposite from the one we visited earlier.
Got it. Let's go.
Here we go. Boosters.
Ah, this is indeed the same type of booster that was used at Fezabel Marsh. If we can use this to change the spirit climb, the golem's defensive power should plummet.
Kind of like a golem inhibitor.
Hey, a golem beviler!
Do you even know what that means?
Not a clue.
So how do we use it?
Leave that to me.
Very well. Then let's crush some golems.
2 golems, dead ahead.
And 2 more behind us!
4 golems at once. Truly a rock and a hard place.
No, it's 4 birds with 1 stone. They've saved us the trouble of hunting them down.
It's impossible to get discouraged with Mila around.
Agreed.
We're much stronger than we were before. Let's do this!
You said it. Rowan.
On it. Activating the golem inhibitor.
Guys, it's looking mighty tough.
It's Roshagal's ultimate defense weapon. It's not something we'd normally stand a chance against.
But we might stand a chance now.
Keyword, might. We ran away from it once, but not now.
Right. Payback time.
Aqua protection.
Farewell.
Farewell. Rolling assault. Farewell. It's over.
Okay.
Illumination phase.
Hang in there.
I'll help. Stop. Don't worry.
Hit.
Farewell.
What?
Overdrive.
Demon Fist.
Overdrive. Fireball. Let's end it. Who's next?
You did it.
Strength. Rolling assault. Rolling assault. Rolling assault. Let's end it.
Okay.
Illumination phase. Rolling assault.
Now.
Fireball. Overdrive.
Go!
Let's end it.
Okay.
Illumination phase. Overdrive.
Shine. Blazing.
Light.
Charge. Tiger Blade. Sigma.
Please keep them away.
What? Your hand?
Farewell. Let's end it.
Okay.
Illumination phase.
Energize.
Your hand?
Let's end it.
Okay.
Illumination phase.
Mila! Not over yet!
Rolling assault! Flare bomb!
Don't worry.
Whirling assault! Let's end this.
Okay.
Ruination bang!
Rolling assault. Together the spirits
That was really close.
The golems were invincible. How did this happen?
Rashigal is done for. Is that all you have to say after holding yourselves up here without permission? You should be ashamed.
We were doing it for our country. Rashigal's military assets must be protected.
Do you truly believe that abandoning the citizens you serve strengthens your country?
Well...
Wait. Are you Chief of Staff Hilbert?
No, but I used to be. You all are the military of today. And as such, it is your duty to figure out what needs to be done.
Understood. The Fort Gondola Guards will reopen the fort immediately. We will resume patrolling the high roads and protecting civilian activities.
That takes care of that.
That should be a load off Tricel's shoulders.
Thank goodness you all made it back. Is anyone hurt?
We're fine, my lady.
As you can see, we couldn't be healthier.
We kicked 10 tons of golem butt! Oh, I'm so relieved. You are worried about us? Of course. I don't know what I would have done if you had gotten hurt on my behalf.
Facing that pain is one of the gravest duties of leadership.
It sure isn't easy.
No, it is not. But as long as you feel pain at the suffering of your people, they will always be there to support you.
I'll do my best. Just as Klein did.
It might be difficult, but we know you can do it.
I'm sorry I can't give you the rewards you deserve. Wait, I know. I'll brew up some of my finest tea. Come, let's have a tea party.
I couldn't ask for a finer reward.
Throw in some of those little cakes and you've got a deal. The wyverns are gone. Maybe they were eaten by monsters.
I doubt it. There aren't many monsters capable of taking down a wyvern.
What should we do now? Jurgen entrusted them to our care.
Don't worry. Wyverns are very intelligent monsters. It is quite possible they merely move to avoid danger. I'm sure Jurgen will understand once we explain the situation to him.
I hope so.
Me too.
It's difficult to believe this whole area used to be a dry wasteland.
We were taught a great tsunami did this 20 years ago. It was right when the former king of Azul was leading his army into battle against Rashigal. Wait, Rowan, you were a tactician in that battle, weren't you?
Yes, I was. It's hard to believe it's already been so long. This is the place where Princess Carrie died.
Princess Carrie?
Noctigal's younger sister. Rowan told me about her before. She was killed during the succession dispute between Noctigal and his brothers.
Even he wouldn't dare to defy her. If she was still alive, Rashigal's history would have turned out quite a bit differently.
She must have been a fearsome woman if she could keep Noctigal in check.
Quite the opposite. She was a gentle, easygoing soul. Noctigal was always at his kindest around her, but her gentle demeanor masked an indomitable spirit. The meek had no greater ally than her. She even chose to accompany the army as a medic, so that she could save as many lives as possible.
A princess working as a medic? She must have been one hell of a woman.
Unfortunately, her story did not end happily. Their brothers feared Noctigal would distinguish himself by leading Rashigal to victory. So instead, They revoked his authority to lead the army just before the battle began. In his place, they sent an incompetent buffoon of a general who squandered every advantage Rashagal had.
Why would they do that?
They must have feared Noctigal more than their own enemies. Just as Rashagal was facing defeat, the tsunami came and forced the remnants of both armies to retreat. But Princess Carrie's unit was among the unlucky ones that were caught in the wave. It was a grave error on my part. Amidst the confusion, I didn't notice that her unit was in the path of danger. If I had given her unit clearer orders, Carrie would still be alive.
Wait a minute. Were you two together?
We were worlds apart in both age and class, but we had pledged our futures to each other. Noctigal was the only one who approved of our union, but that's an old story, and one perhaps best forgotten.
Excuse me, have you seen an elderly woman around here? I was out shopping with my mother, but we got separated. Her hair and eyes look just like mine.
Unfortunately, we don't know this city very well.
There you are, Lem. What are you doing here? What sort of child is still getting lost when she's 18 years old?
Me? You're the one who got lost. Did you forget where we were supposed to meet?
Oh, did I?
Honestly, I don't know how you keep a nursing job when you can't even stick to a simple schedule.
It's nice to see that Olympians are as human as we are.
No kidding.
Carrie? Carrie, it's you. You're alive.
Wait, Noctigal's sister?
Oh, yes, my name is Carrie. But I'm afraid I don't know who you are.
You don't?
I'm sorry. I can't remember anything from my childhood. When I washed up on a beach here 20 years ago, all I could remember was my name.
Wait, do you know who my mother used to be?
No. I merely met her once before, when I was working with her husband.
Oh, are you in the military too?
Forgive me for not recognizing you. You meet so many people as a soldier's wife.
No apologies necessary. It was a long time ago. May I ask where your husband is?
He's away on an expedition right now. I haven't heard from him in a long time, but I'm not worried. Ever since he found me 20 years ago, Julius has never broken a promise he's made to me.
Mom, could you stop gushing to complete strangers?
Okay. But it is true, you know.
Come on, we need to get going. Nice meeting you all.
Hey.
When the schism was breached 20 years ago, the tsunami must have brought Carrie all the way here to Olympias.
Aren't you going to go after her?
I don't know what I would say to her after all these years. I don't even know how to feel about this.
Exactly the people I was hoping to see. We just captured one of the soldiers from that airship.
Wow! How'd you pull that off?
Actually, he seems like a pretty strange guy. He actually turned himself in. He said he'd like to speak to Rowan. His name is Julius. Do you know him?
Lady Drissel, would it be possible to see him now?
You must be Rowan.
At your service. And you must be Carrie's husband, Julius.
I should have known the conductor would already know the score.
You give me too much credit. Carrie and I merely met by chance in Olympias once. My question is, how do you know about me?
Carrie had a ring with your name engraved on it when I met her. When I saw her using calculatrix without a Spyrix, I knew she had to be from the other world. I volunteered for the Otherworld Reactor Plan expedition, so I could learn more about her past.
Why would you risk so much? You already know she loves you.
Because I hid the ring from her, the one with your name on it. I didn't want her to have anything that would remind her of her past. I'm a coward who took advantage of her amnesia in order to steal her heart.
I saw for myself how deeply Carrie loves and trusts you. It was clear from the way she smiled. Even 20 years ago, I'm not sure I could have ever done anything to make her smile like that. Julius, you must make it back to Olympias alive. Your wife and daughter are waiting for you. Your only sin is abandoning the people who love you.
But there isn't any way for me to get back.
Not to worry. We will escort you home ourselves. In fact, I insist upon it. However,
there's no telling how long the dimensional breach will last. We should hurry.
Thank you.
Rowan, it's been an honor to meet you.
The honor is all mine. So Julius made it back to his family safely?
Yeah. Carrie was overjoyed to see him.
You should have gone with them.
Oh no, that simply wasn't possible. The way my back has been acting up.
Well, that won't do. You must take better care of yourself.
That voice. Carrie.
I just had to come and thank you all in person. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you and your friends, we might never have seen Julius again. Rowan, how have you been?
My beard's a bit longer, but other than that, not much has changed. And yourself?
Apart from a few more wrinkles, nothing.
Those aren't wrinkles. Those are laugh lines. You seem very happy.
I am. You do too.
Oh, yes. Spending time with so many young folk makes me feel a few decades younger myself.
That's wonderful. But do take care of yourself.
I will. Thank you.
Rowan.
Are you sure about this?
Please cheer up.
How could I possibly think myself unlucky in love when I have 3 lovely ladies looking after me? Now then, let us be off.
I hope I grow up to be someone like you, Rowan.
Then you'll need another 50 years of training. It's not as easy as it looks.